Good morning to you, Walnut Creek Unity. Those of you in the house and those of you online, welcome, welcome, welcome. Yes, yes. We're going to stand as you feel called to sing our community song, which is going to be "This Door is Open to You" today. Words are on the screen. No matter where you come from, no matter where you're going, here's a place where you can take comfort in the knowing that whether if you've come to stay a while or just passing through, this door is open to you. Come and let's be silent. Come and share a hug. Come, let's pray together. Come, love and be loved. From the blissed out to the turned out, from the pampered to the abused, this door is open to you. Come on in. Come on in. The God in us recognizes the God in you. Whether you're black or white, gay or straight, Christian, Buddhist or Jew, this door is open to you. We're going to start from the top. No matter where you come from, no matter where you're going, here's a place where you can take comfort in the knowing that whether if you've come to stay a while or just passing through, this door is open to you. Come and let's be silent. Come and share a hug. Come, let's pray together. Come, love and be loved. From the blissed out to the turned out, from the pampered to the abused, this door is open to you. Come on in. Come on in. The God in us recognizes the God in you. So whether you're black or white, gay or straight, Christian, Buddhist or Jew, this door is open to you. Whether you're black or white, gay or straight, Christian, Buddhist or Jew, this door is open to you. Yes, yes.
Thank you.
It's always wonderful to have Sharon in the house. It's a beautiful song. Thank you, Sharon. Good morning, everyone. My name is Carolyn Jansen. Welcome to our service.
And my name is Carl, and I'm so glad to have everybody here this morning. The 9:30 service was a little lightly attended compared to normal, but after a party, some of them I think are here right now, so thank you, everybody.
And we want to greet and bless everyone who's online with us. Thank you
Hey,
for
everybody.
joining us.
Good to see you.
Your presence adds so much to our experience. Thank you. Please join us in welcoming our featured musician, Sharon D. Henderson. Joined by Mark on the keyboards, Lee on bass, Tony on guitar, and Dan on drums. And Lisa's our Unity song leader today. Thank you all for sharing your music with us.
Reverend Kristen will deliver today's message, which is titled "Surrender into Radical Amazement." This is oh yeah, wait, this is going to be fun. This is part 3 of the 7-part series on the ordinary mystics, that we are ordinary mystics.
Before we begin, I invite you to turn your phone to silent as we enjoy this sacred time together.
Let's take a moment to be grateful for the land our center rests upon. This is Bay Miwok and Ohlone land, and we are so grateful for the Bay Miwok and Ohlone people of the past, for taking beautiful care of this sacred piece of earth. And we now dedicate ourselves to not only taking care of this land, but all of Mother Earth.
I think we said most of that. Yeah.
It's getting a little goofy. Unity is a positive path for spiritual living. Our vision for the world is, and let's say this together, we envision a spiritually awakened world where all life thrives in conscious oneness.
We envision a spiritually awakened world. I just said that.
Yeah,
our mission.
They did too.
We did too. We all did that. We got it covered.
It was a tough night last night. I think we're getting there.
All that dancing. Our mission is who we have come here to be. Let's say this together also. We are a loving, inclusive community, expanding and living our divinity in sacred service for all. And our core values are love, connection, service, and wisdom.
If you are with us for the first time, welcome. And if you feel comfortable, please raise your hand so we may give you a welcome packet. Looks like all returning. Oh, somebody back there. Thank you.
Thank you. I'm glad you're here.
In addition to information about Unity, this welcome packet includes a $10 coupon that you can use to attend a class or an event at Unity. And we're so glad to have everybody here. And if you are new and didn't raise your hand, that's fine too. Welcome. We invite everybody to join us to get together in the Unity Bookstore Cafe after the service. And there is an additional welcome gift to our new people over there. So thank you for being here.
Connection cards. They're available in the seat pocket in front of you. And these are also in your welcome packet. And these are for everyone to use. And with this card, you can submit a prayer request, and our prayer team will pray with you throughout the week.
You may also share feedback or request information, and please place your card in the basket along with the offering. For those of you viewing online, connection cards are available on the Watch Live page of our website. We have several activities to highlight this week.
Do you love to sing? Yeah. Lift your voice and share the joy of music and community as part of Unity's choir. Our holiday choir session includes 8 weeks of uplifting rehearsals, leading up to a special performance on Sunday, December 21st. Come be part of something joyful and heart-opening this season. Rehearsals begin Thursday, October 23rd at 7 p.m., and you can sign up at the patio or email office@unityofwalnutcreek.org to join.
It's voting season at Unity, so mark your calendar for our annual meeting on Sunday, November 2nd. Lunch will be provided by your Board of Trustees and after the service in the community room. And then we will gather in the sanctuary for our annual meeting at 1:45. We will vote for some new board members and the nominating committee to nominate people for the following year. We will also review the 2026 budget, and you can learn how you can be part of a visioning process for Unity's future. Members and non-members are all welcome.
The holiday season is a sacred time to remember and celebrate the lives of those who have transitioned to the realm of spirit. Gather with your spiritual family to find solace during our remembrance service. This will be on Saturday, November 8th at 6 p.m. And this is a heart-warming event that will provide space for healing and honoring our ancestors and our loved ones who have passed on. I don't know if you've seen in the foyer out here, there's a community altar for our loved ones who have passed. And there were 3 very, very close people who were all involved in the Heart Math community that were there. C.L. Grieg and Sandy Stober, who were both Heart Math trainers and provided a lot of workshops. And then Trey Boxer, who was also a member of my Heart Math group that met for 8 years, so my heart sister. Mm-hmm. But it's lovely to see their pictures there and to have them feel honored and be part of our community. So take a look, and you can add to that. And there's actually holders there that you could put a picture of your loved one and say a little bit more about them.
And now I'd like to invite Reverend Kristen to the platform so she can tell us about an important event.
Secret plans are being made. Good morning, everyone. All right, well, first and foremost, I want to acknowledge those who made last night happen. So we have an incredible volunteer team led by Susan Angelos and Annika Ananda. Where are they? I'm not seeing them. Are they? Oh, Annika's outside. I'm not sure where Susan is. Anyway, if you were a part of that, if you were a part of the volunteering for last night to make the Wizards Ball happen, would you please stand and let us acknowledge you? Wow. Okay, stay standing, stay standing. If you participated by coming, by donating, by wearing a costume, by participating in any way, by hosting a play date, please stand. Wow. Blessings. Thank you all. And for those who are sitting, don't despair. We have 2 big fundraisers a year, and they are so much fun. So if you haven't been before, you're going to want to mark your calendar. The next one is our crab feed in February. We got plenty of time for that one. So anyway, I have vestiges of last night's costume still on. You might notice I don't normally have a neck tattoo, but I thought I'd just sport it today anyway. So I've told a few the story, but I just feel like I have to say it again because it cracks me up. So Brentley, we were Valkyries, women warriors, you know. Golden State, you know, we become the California people. She said, you know, Valkyries wear tattoos a lot of times. And I said, oh, okay. So she got this whole tattoo kit. I had so much fun with it. I had tattoos all over my face. And so we're driving to the event. She says, you know, I have no idea how to get these tattoos off. So we get home, and I'm looking at the fine print, and it says, to remove tattoos, order online, removable tattoo wipes. The little soap and scrubbing is all we need. Anyway, it was so much fun, so thank you all for making that happen last night. So I did want to tell you about an upcoming event that we have. You know, we started the announcements about, 20 minutes ago or something. So I want you to mark your calendars if you'd like to be a part of this. It's a community-wide experience to create beloved community. It involves healing, it involves truth-telling, it involves authenticity, it involves ceremony and fun. We're bringing back the Gender Equity Reconciliation International folks who are, bar none, amazing facilitators. And they're going to facilitate not just for us as individual experiences, but as a community. How do we create beloved community? What's the next level? And the next level, I believe, of our spiritual evolution does involve presencing some of the stuff that goes on behind closed doors, you know? Talking about some of the difficult times in our lives, the traumas that we've experienced, and being witnessed in that. That's how you really create beloved community. You bring the stuff out of the closet and you let everybody be a part of celebrating and honoring and witnessing and grieving together so that we can really move forward with the kind of joy and love and connection and harmony that we want to experience here. And we can be the microcosm of what we want to see in the entire world. So I'm asking everybody in this community if you will participate in that. It is available for a love offering. It does require, or free, if you know, so anybody can come. There's no cost barrier. It does involve a commitment of time. It's all day on Saturday, November 22nd, and all afternoon on Sunday, November 23rd. And we do require registration. So if you go to our website, it'll take you to the link to register. And if you can make that work on your calendar, please do. All right? Thank you. Now we have a very exciting ceremony. It's always so fun to welcome new members into our community. And so welcome our 5 new members. Please come on up. And with a little convincing, they all showed up for the ceremony as well. So as we celebrate these 5, you just saw them on the screen too with our names, but maybe you don't know everybody yet. So Dottie Parson is here in the house, Julie Clemens, Karen Hahn, Rob Wilkerson, and Samantha Clemens, who also goes by Sam. And if you're wondering, Sam and Julie, yes, they are sisters. So just to remind everybody, and this is always a good opportunity too, if you're already a member, to let the membership ceremony be yours. Let it be your renewal of your own membership. Because membership at Unity is very meaningful, isn't it? It's a commitment to our community and a personal commitment to your own spiritual growth and expression of the divine. And by welcoming you all into membership at Unity of Walnut Creek, we recognize in you your desire to know the divine, to understand, to love, and to live by spiritual principles. Your desire to take responsibility for your own awakening and consciously commune with Spirit in prayer, in your own way, in your own, this is part of the beauty of Unity, right? It's honoring the individual path, the individual languaging. And we also recognize your desire to support this community and really appreciate that desire, that you're stepping in to be somebody who gives to this community as well in sacred service and financial contributions in various ways that you might show up here. So to all of you, our new member candidates, if you are ready and willing to accept these responsibilities and dedicate yourself to these spiritual principles, please say, I am. I am. All right. So we have 2 aspects of our ceremony, kind of 2, if you will, aspects of baptism. We have a water baptism, which is just a release ceremony, and then we have an affirmation of commitment, which is the spiritual baptism, the words that we speak of truth. So for the water baptism, I always like to use water from a sacred place, and this comes from the headwaters of the Sacramento River. And it's powerful. Be ready. So Dottie. And so now I invite us to speak together our affirmation of commitment. Together? I affirm my dedication to Unity's spiritual principles as I understand them and my willingness to seek, learn, and express them. I affirm my intent to behold and honor the divine spirit in others and myself, and to love, welcome, and include to the best of my ability. I affirm my commitment to honor my body, soul, and our earth home by living in wholeness and unity with all life. I affirm my commitment, meditation by maintaining a regular silent time and blessing and affirming others. I affirm my commitment to be a supportive and engaged member of this spiritual community by sharing my gifts of sacred service and financially contributing to Unity on a regular basis. And to all of you who are here today as witnesses to these amazing beings who are becoming members of our community, are you affirming your dedication to support these new members in their spiritual growth, to welcome them into this family, and to behold the divine in them? If so, please say, I am. I am. We are gifting our members with a book and a certificate of membership. For becoming a member. Thank you. And in recognition of the divine in you and the commitment you're making and all that you have already done for this community, we want to sing to you and bless you with a song that Lisa and Tyler created for this occasion.
By the flame in your heart. Oh, today you join our family, and we thank you for all that you are. I behold divine in you, and I'm warmed by the flame in your heart. Oh, you are. Love binds us all. Love binds us all. Love binds us all. Love binds us all. I behold divine in you, and I'm warmed by the flame in your heart. Oh, today you join our family, and we thank you for all that you are. Keep shining your light. Keep shining your light. Keep shining your light. One more time. Keep shining your light.
Home, friends. Thank you, new members, and all of you for holding that beautiful space. So now we prepare for our time of meditation, and I believe, do we have the statement of affirmation for today? Yeah, let's say that together. There is only one presence and one power in the universe and in my life, the all-loving goodness of God. So we invite you to enjoy some music, to move into guided meditation, followed by a few moments of silence.
Soham, Soham Shivoham, Soham, Soham, Soham Shivoham. Soham, Soham, Soham Shivoham, Soham, Soham, Soham Shivoham, Soham, Soham, Soham Shivoham, Soham, Soham, Soham Shivoham. I am that I am. 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 Soham, Soham, Soham Shivoham, Soham, Soham, Soham Shivoham, Soham, Soham, Soham Shivoham, Soham, Soham, Soham Shivoham, Soham Shivoham, Soham Shivoham.
And allowing that truth of our being to be unveiled with every breath, the I am that I am. Let every breath be like a peeling away of the layers, revealing to yourself that this love that underpins the universe moves through you. The connection between all things meets within your own mind and heart. The harmonizing power of the universe can be accessed right here through the portal of your heart. And that these fabulous brains that we hold in our heads are really a transmitter from the divine intelligence of the universe. You are no ordinary being. And yet, in this seemingly ordinary body temple, in this seemingly ordinary Sunday, you sit here. Made of light, stardust, in fact. Made of land, earth, and water. And all the energies that go into these elements and ways of being. So take a breath and let a layer go. And let more of that truth of your being rise to the surface as we enter our silent time. Peeled back those layers with every breath and allowed our divinity to come forward onto the surface. Truth of who you are is readily accessible, easily seen, and more consistently known by you and all come across you on their path. Feel into that knowing for a moment and see how your being reacts. There's a little bit of resistance or contraction. Just notice that. An impulse to hide your magnificence. And notice too the love and the power and the warmth and the truth when you let yourself be seen and known. When you feel even on the surface that you are indeed a magical, mystical being. And so I invoke you to let it show. And so it is.
Soham 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 Shivoham Soham 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 Shivoham. I am that I am. 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 Soham 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 Shivoham Soham Soham Oham Shivoham Soham Shivoham Soham Shivoham Soham Shivoham. Well, this is the day that God has made, and I will rejoice in amazement at it, because it is done unto me as I believe. Yes, yes, and you as well. Many nights we prayed with no proof anyone could hear. In our hearts, a hopeful song we barely understood. Now we are not afraid, although we think there's much to fear. We were moving mountains long before we knew we could. There can be miracles when you believe. Though hope is frail, it's hard to kill. Who knows what miracles you can achieve when you believe? Somehow you will. You will when you believe. In this time of fear, when prayer so often feels in vain, hope seems like a summer bird, oh, too swiftly flown away. Now I am standing here, my heart so full I can't explain, speaking faith and speaking words I never thought I'd say. We can do miracles when we believe. kill. Who knows what miracles you can achieve when you believe? Somehow you will, and now you will. You will when you believe. Oh, though hope is frail, it's hard to kill. Who knows what miracles you can achieve when you believe? Somehow you will. You will when you believe. You can do miracles when you believe. Though hope is frail, it's hard to kill. Who knows what miracles we can achieve when we believe? Somehow we will. So now we do, and we will when we believe. And so it is.
Wow, that was beautiful. Thank you. Thank you all. So, how's your week going with paying attention? Have you been paying attention this week? Yeah, remember week 1 of this series, we set our intention. Week 2, paid attention. And today we're going to do a little surrendering. But in the meantime, this paying attention thing is really, really good stuff, right? So on Thursday, I was making an omelet, and I went to turn it over, and suddenly Brother Lawrence's words came through me. I turned my little omelet over in the pan for the love of God. And I think that was the best omelet I've ever made. So did anybody ever read the book Tuesdays with Morrie? Do you remember that one? Oh, a lot of you. Yeah. So Mitch Albom was the author of that, and one of the main characters. It's his story, and it's his story about when he was a college student. It begins, and he met his professor Morrie, who was a sociology professor, and they just hit it off. And he really liked this professor so much that he took every class that he offered. And they spent so much time together and connected so much that their relationship was much like father and son. So when Mitch graduated, Morrie cried, and Mitch promised that he would stay in touch. But 16 years went by. And he had moved to another state, he had become a successful sports journalist, he had gotten married and had children, and life was just busy. One day he was watching TV, and Morrie was being interviewed that he had been diagnosed with ALS. And so Mitch went to see him. And so began what they called their last sociology class together, where they met every Tuesday. And Mitch tells about some of the things that he continued to learn from his mentor. And in essence, it comes down to 3 little words: surrender to love. Essentially, it helped him realize that the way that he was living his life, maybe some of you can relate to this, although it looked pretty together and successful on the outside, he felt empty on the inside. And he felt like he was running after a lot of things, like including celebrity tennis players for articles and stuff, that he wasn't necessarily chasing after the right things. and wasn't really putting his attention in the places he truly wanted to. Yes. Amen, Eleanor, who's now 10 days old, I believe. Is that right? Yeah. So beautiful. Talk about miracles in our midst, right? I actually thought of that when I was thinking of examples of awe. I immediately thought of that moment I saw Eleanor come up on stage last week, all still red and wrinkled. We all started out that way. Yeah, that's right. So anyway, back to Mitch and Maury. So Maury was really as he's accepting his own impending death, he's helping Mitch understand that maybe he's subscribing to the values of pop culture and they really aren't his. And he names some of them, like greed and other ideas like selfishness and superficiality, consumerism. And he said, are those the things you really value, Mitch? Because I see in you innate values that are something else. Things like kindness and human goodness and those types of things, acceptance and love. And so it really helped Mitch to shift, to surrender the things he was doing that weren't working and to open into the possibility of a new way of being, which he started to experience, and it was much more fulfilling. He also, Maury encouraged Mitch to reach out to his brother who had distanced himself when he got a diagnosis of pancreatic cancer, and he lived in Spain, far away from his family, and he didn't want anyone to talk about it. And so Maury counseled Mitch to reach out to him, but surrender your agenda and just tell him you love him. Can't we all take a dose of that reminder? Surrender our agendas and just be in the space of love. That heals everything, really. That's really all we need to know, ultimately. So in many ways, he was learning this idea, and Mitch was softening. He was becoming a kinder person, a more connected person, and a more reflective person, thinking about what it would allow him to reveal more of his truer self. And in that process, he was. We often think of surrender as giving up. And in a way, there is a giving up. There is a letting go. There is a release component to surrender that's giving up the things that really aren't serving us. And so there is that piece, but there's also, when we give up something that isn't serving us, what we are really opening to is the heart of what spiritual surrender is about, which is giving over. It's giving over to the spirit of our being and the allness of God. It's giving over to the better ideas that are available to us. If we have an idea and we think it's got to be this way, and we decide, well, I'm going to ask for help, I'm going to give over, then I promise you that idea is going to get better. Or a new idea is going to come that's even better for us. So we could think of Maury as our own innate divine mentor, and Mitch as us, right? We are the lifelong learners. We are on this journey where we are constantly learning all these lessons, and maybe this very essential one we could consider the spiritual lesson of surrender, the spiritual lesson of both giving up, but not giving up like raising the white flag, giving up what isn't serving us and giving over to Spirit. So that's what we're about in this series, and at this point today on the journey in the series in part 3 is surrendering. And when we do, what comes can be radical amazement when we surrender. This is the book Ordinary Mysticism by Mirabai Starr that is our fall book study that this material is based on. So when was the last time you were in awe? Last night, me too. Well, that wasn't the last time. Actually, there's been a ton of times since for me, but last night was definitely one of them. All the elves and mystical beings that we got to dance with and eat with and be with at the Wizard's Ball was certainly awe-inspiring, wasn't it? The creativity and the fun. Also, at the 9:30 service, I was sitting here in the meditation, and I looked out onto the welcome mat here outside our doors, and I was sure what I was seeing was something else, something I've been seeing around the Unity grounds, which was a praying mantis. And I thought, oh my gosh, the praying mantis has come to the welcome mat to be here as part of the meditation. And I was in this state of awe through the whole meditation. And then I was in the state of curiosity. Is it a leaf or is it a praying mantis? Well, it turns out it was a leaf, which I was actually a little bit relieved because I was worried for where it was sitting, if it were a praying mantis, that it might get, stepped on. But anyway, these amazing beings, right? This is part of the awe of our experience of life. Did you see the harvest moon? I mean, that's been weeks ago, so I know you've had experiences of awe and wonder. 7 million people across the world. So these states of awe, whatever they are for you, whatever those experiences are for you, it's an amazing thing of what happens to us when we're in a state of awe. The monkey mind is stilled when we're in awe, which that alone seems like radical amazement to me, right? Also, studies show that we have greater capacity for critical thinking when we're in states of awe. When we're in states of awe, we're obviously present, fully present to whatever is going on. Our ego is diminished and empathy is heightened. Boy, if that isn't enough reasons for us to want to experience more awe. And the thing is, it's not like something you have to look for, or you have to, we do need to pay attention. But I mean, it's not something that you have to conjure up, because it is everywhere present. That's the whole idea of ordinary mysticism, that we are these ordinary mystics thinking we're just living these ordinary lives. And it's really kind of a joke to say ordinary, because everything becomes extraordinary when we start to really, really open ourselves. And surrendering is one of the ways that we really open ourselves. So Mirabai writes that when your mind is blown and your heart expands, your humility deepens. And you become aware that the world is magical, mysterious, and heartbreaking. You know that you know nothing, really. And this is not a problem. It's a cause for celebration. That reminds me of a story where this girl is in school in physics class, and she's so fired up when she gets home. She tells her mom about what she learned in physics class. And she says, Mom, I think she said mum. I think it was a British story. Mom, did you know that nothing is solid? And her mom was like, what? Come again? And she says, no, like things that appear solid and feel solid, they aren't really solid. They're empty atoms that are just sort of vibrating and jiggling, and they just appear solid and they feel solid because of the force of energy. And she said her mom wandered around the house the rest of the day, just touching things. You know that kind of state? I mean, sometimes I'll say for myself, sometimes I think, like, I've been around long enough that, like, there's nothing new. And then somebody, like, showed up at my doorstep the other day with a fruit I've never heard of or seen or eaten. And so I took it home, and I was like, what is this? And opened it up, and she said, you just want to scoop it out. And it was delicious and interesting. And it's like, where have I been? How come I've not seen this before? But that's the thing, right? Just like as soon as we think we've got it all, as soon as we think we've seen it all, as soon as we think we've got this down, that's when Spirit goes, whoop, and out the rug comes, right? But also in that experience comes a whole different perspective, a whole new way of seeing ourselves and experiencing ourselves and seeing the world. And I mean, I didn't think there could be that many just different interpretations of the Wizard's Ball as wizard as last night. And they were everywhere present, everything you could imagine. And that's just the beginning, because this is like our new thing to call the fall fundraiser the Wizard's Ball, right? So whatever it is that we are up to in life, whatever seemingly ordinary experience we might be having, there is the opportunity to open it up a little further, like we did earlier in the meditation, to let go of some of those layers that say, I know, or I've been there before, or I know how this goes, or I know what this person's going to say, or I know what they're going to... I remember one time my sister, who ran late for most of her life, finally said, why do you all have to keep me in a box? I've changed, and nobody's noticed I've changed. You don't have to give me the 30-minute earlier time, or what is that, earlier time to show up anymore. And she was right. She had changed, but nobody noticed. Because we all had it in our minds that she's always going to be late, right? So it's like, give people a break, and give yourself a break. And then open to the majesty and the miracles of how life really can be, unfolding in any given moment, changing and transforming and evolving and bubbling up onto the surface. I don't know about you, but when we did that meditation, I felt it. I felt like my divine is showing, and it's a good thing. It's like we so often talk about it inside of ourselves like it's buried in some like little corner of, we say that we have the spark of divinity. And it's like, ooh, where? Like, can I find the spark? I'm thinking if I go in there, it's going to all be dark and there's going to be a spark somewhere, But if instead we just go, no, all I have to do is surrender. All I have to do is peel back what's standing in the way. And then it's like, there it is. And I don't know about you, but there's a little bit of an impulse to put it back in the box. I don't know why. Why are we so afraid to show our magnificence, Because this is who we are. This is our lived reality. This is what it means to be an ordinary mystic, is to peel back that stuff and just live the true reality of life. Because it's already here for us. We think it's off there somewhere in the heavens, or deep in some kind of mysterious place that we'll never find unless we become enlightened. And we're going to have to work really hard to become enlightened, We're going to have to read every book and sit at the feet of every guru and work harder on our meditation. And I'm not, those things, there's some real validity to those practices. I'm not trying to be too irreverent. I am being a little bit irreverent. But we are talking about ordinary mysticism, so we can be a little bit irreverent, I think, because that's part of what turns it all inside out, right? And lets us shake off the dross of whatever it is that keeps hidden from us, this glory and the miracles and the magic and the mystery of who we truly are. And so that's really the call to surrender. If you think about all the things in creation, I mean, the everything that's embedded in physical form, it's not just like, oh, ho hum, there's an inanimate chair. It's like, oh, wow, there's a lot going on inside that chair. And that means there's a lot going on inside of you, right? I mean, if you go just a little bit into some of because I've only ever heard just like very surfacey things about physics and quantum physics, but man, does it blow your mind open, the patterns and the fractals and the things that are just like, we are living, breathing, incredibly, magnificently created beings. It's like the palms of your hands or maps of the universe. There's just, it's mind-blowing. It's heart-opening. And suddenly we go, wow, no, it really is a magnificent place. And we are really magnificent beings living in this magnificent place. So you can call it ordinary or you can call it extraordinary. It doesn't matter because it's just here for us, accessible to us. Contemplating these wonders does open us up. And then suddenly becoming them, walking into them, living and breathing them. So surrendering into that divine mystery is really a big piece of what we're talking about here, what opens up. It makes life more engaging, it makes life more inspiring, it makes it more intriguing, it makes it more supportive. There's so many things that happen when we open up. And what we surrender in the process to get to that divine mystery is maybe some skepticism, maybe some cynicism, maybe a sense of needing to know, right? Or needing to be right, or needing to be certain, have a sense of certainty. I have a friend, Lisa, who came to a workshop I taught years ago. It was the first time she'd gone to any kind of workshop like that. She was a little nervous about coming. And she was, just really one of those like powerhouse people. I mean, I'm speaking her in the past tense just because she was in the past in my life, but she's still living. But anyway, Lisa was an executive director of an organization, super smart. She had like the suit and the heels, and like you just knew like power was walking into the room when Lisa came in, And just a highly intelligent woman, very successful woman. So she comes to this workshop, and I have this exercise. I'm thinking about Lisa when I'm planning this exercise. And so we get in pairs, and I ask the one person to witness and the other person just to repeat like a mantra for a designated period of time, I don't know. Lisa was frozen. She was paralyzed with fear. But she did the exercise to her credit. And it's like her mental fortress just started to open a little bit, a little crack, and the divine mystery seemed to just sort of sneak out. And it was really eye-opening, right, for her to just experience that, of just even saying the words, I don't know. So whatever it is for you, it's probably that or something else, but we can find the places where we tend to rotate around a certain kind of something that it would be helpful for us if we let go a little bit of that and allowed ourselves to surrender, to open, and to see what might be here for us, available through that divine mystery that is everywhere present. So if you don't get the message in waking life, it might come knocking on your door at nighttime in dream life. Anybody get messages in dreams or have experiences in dreams? Lots of people here. So, you think about, let's think about what happens there just for a moment. So it's just an ordinary night, right? You're laying in your ordinary bed, who somebody geniusly created. You ever think about that? All the aspects of that happen to support you in your sleep time? And then, while you fall asleep, there is this extraordinary light show going on in the sky up above throughout the evening. And your ordinary brain is able to access like parallel universes and reorder things that have happened in your life lately, or bring forth people that you haven't talked to in decades that have passed on, or all kinds of wild things happen, right? So we could call it an ordinary brain, but it's pretty miraculous. And we could call it an ordinary night, but there's a lot going on out there and in here, right? We can call it an ordinary bed, but somebody did something really geniusly innovative to create all those aspects that went into that experience. And so in this experience then of a dream, whatever comes for us, I had a dream once while I was in ministerial school, and I got into an elevator, and there was an older couple in the elevator, and I was all wide-eyed, and I said, "Are you the Fillmores?" For those of you who don't know, our co-founders are Myrtle and Charles Fillmore. So I thought it was them, and the woman says, "No, but I'm Agnes, and we're friends of the Fillmores." And she said, "And we just want you to know that we're with you, and so are the Fillmores." Wasn't that sweet? And then I was going up in the elevator, which also seemed significant. You got to pay attention to these things, right? But that was Spirit's way of helping me, because in my waking life, I was not surrendering my kind of go-to way of being, which was like sort of the rugged individualist. I can do it myself. I can figure this out. I can, the uphill, the push the boulder uphill climb kind of way, And if you're like me, we let go of layers and layers and layers over a lifetime, right? So we get better at these things, but usually there are certain things that are patterns for us. But what that dream did for me was allowed me to realize, wow, I have so much help. I have so much, wow, just really gets me, because a lot of times we just think the help is right here, which it is. It's here, right, in the people around us, in the beings around us, but it's also unseen. And so often, maybe like me, you don't always completely rest into that. And so when we do, wow, it's really quite incredible to recognize. I think it's actually, kind of a mystic's practice to ask for unseen help. An ordinary mystic's practice. Like Mirabai, I sometimes will give my troubles over to the Great Mother. She talks about this. And it's, just sort of like a conversational or just a sense of, I'm not really sure what to do here. And I love what she says here. I'm not really sure if there's a real being out there listening to me, but it doesn't matter. Because she says, it's the very act of surrender that loosens the knot and allows me to breathe again. Isn't that what it is? It's about that giving over, that kind of surrender in prayer, in conversation, in intention, whatever it may be that comes to us. And sometimes I invoke the presence of what I imagine as deities. Well, that'll be helpful, maybe specifically for all of us in the presence of the room, but sometimes maybe specifically for speaking. And I usually bring in Jesus. He did a lot of talks in his lifetime, and I kind of like that guy. And Mary Magdalene, whose name means power, so there's a sense of power there. And Mother Mary and Kuan Yin, both who bring in this mother love and compassion. And sometimes Moses. Sometimes I invite Moses in too. And Moses, I really especially like bringing Moses in, because if you think about how Moses came into his speaking experience, he was at the burning bush, and God's telling him, go down and be the leader and speak to all the Israelites. And there, behind him, mind you, is desolate rocks, desolate wilderness. And he does something to the equivalent of, who, me? And so I like bringing in Moses because I relate to him, because I was called to speak and I was like, what? And so it's sort of in that same way. And so we both had to overcome our self-consciousness, and then Moses had an extra hurdle because he stuttered. And so I didn't realize I was suddenly stuttering. Wow. Hello, Moses. That was very interesting. Honestly, I did not do that on purpose. But it's just, I guess I'm sharing all this to say, we have so many different ways of dancing with our ordinary mystical selves. And so to open up, try new things, maybe surrender the things that don't work for you anymore, and then the big surrender into what's possible, what's here for me, what will bubble up to the surface if I peel away some of the layers, and what will that I am really look like, and not just words, but it's like an experience. It's sort of that chilling experience of I am this, and I'm living this, and my life is this. My ordinary life is mystical. Everything is holy now. Everything is holy now. That's pretty incredible to recognize. So spiritual assistance is everywhere present, inside, all around us. All we have to do is ask and stay open to how it might show up for us, maybe in unexpected ways. And if we do open to that, into the everywhere present, then it becomes this really amazing experience. I often like to conjure up the idea of the Roman goddess Flora. And you could be like the Roman goddess Flora once you open to all of this. You know what happens? When Flora steps, every time she takes a step, flowers bloom underneath her feet. That's how you could be walking around the universe. Isn't that cool? So, play with this. Let your imagination roam. I just read recently that 98% of our imagination is alive and well when we're babies and toddlers. And then in the typical experience, we just keep eroding less and less and less of that. But we're not here for typical, are we? Right? So it's that cultivating that childlike imagination and curiosity, surrendering your need to be like a really responsible stoic adult, right? And just let yourself play a little bit allows a lot of this to move and to begin to feel and experience everything that we're talking about. This surrender kind of prayer that we're talking about, Annie Lamott really sums up very nicely. She's got a thin volume, this book, and it has 3 steps. Help, thanks, wow. That's all there is to it, right? Right into radical amazement. So for us, really maybe the ultimate thing for us to surrender is if we have any resistance at all to being here. If we have any resistance at all to being on earth, to being embodied, to being here now, to allow yourself to let that go. Like, let's go for the big one, right? Because if that's present for you ever or always or whatever it is your experience with that, letting yourself give over and say, no, I'm here. I'm on purpose. I'm engaged. I'm an ordinary mystic having a mystical life. And I'm here to find the magic and the miracles and live in that mystery and to spread that mystery and to let myself be lit up and to let that divine I am that I am to come all the way out to the surface so I can live and move and truly have my being from that place and then begin to see everybody like that. I mean, that's when it really gets fun, right? To begin to turn up the volume, essentially, by just peeling back the layers, by just letting go. And that volume doesn't mean that suddenly you're going to be, I'm trying to speak to any fears that might come up, Like people will say, I'm too much. I was told I was too much when I was a kid, or whatever it is, What's too much? You are a magnificent, divine being. Of course you're going to be too much for some people, And our prayer for them, get over it. And for ourselves too, right? I mean, I'm speaking to myself. I need to get over hiding my magnificence, and maybe you do too. And so I'm going to commit to surrendering to more of the stuff that stands in the way. And I hope you will too, because this is the journey we're on, to just give it up, give it over, and see how much more amazing, radically amazing life can be. So let's really affirm this and be this and practice this throughout our week, this truth of who we are through surrendering. Together? I let my ordinary life be an unfolding divine mystery. I am radically amazed. And so it is.
I barely wet my fingertips. Now it's like I gotta hold my breath, 'cause I'm swimming in a sea of it. It used to be a world half there, heaven's second-rate hand-me-down. Now I walk it with a reverent air, 'cause everything is holy now. Sing it with me. Everything, everything, everything is holy now. Everything, everything, everything is holy now. Keep going. Everything, everything, everything is holy now. One more time. Everything, everything, everything is holy now.
Wow. When you talked about being a little bit too much, those of you that know me, there are times where I'm a little bit too much. But the truth is, I love being lit up. And I love seeing Kristen, I love seeing Sharon. It's like when they're doing their thing, when they're so full of themselves, aren't you just amazed? And it's like, I want to say, do you see them? So let's stay lit up. Let's help each other stay lit up. So our prayer chaplains are available this afternoon after service to pray with you. If you're a prayer chaplain, please stand up. Let us acknowledge you. Oh, we have so many here today. Wonderful, thank you. And whether you have a joy or concern in your heart today, please pray with our prayer chaplains. It's a powerful opportunity to have your intentions raised up in consciousness.
Now let's open our hearts to the practice of giving. I told at the first service it should say pause here, because there's always a woo-woo time.
There's a woo-ha. Over in this area especially.
Yeah, especially Susan. I invite you to prepare your gifts as we align with the universal law of circulation. As we give, we shall receive, because in truth there is no lack or limitation, and abundance is our true nature.
For your convenience, there are a variety of ways to financially give to our community, and it's shown on the screen in front of you. And for those of you that are online, there's a donate button on the Watch Live page. And we encourage everyone to set up a free and automatic giving to Unity using your bank's free bill pay service.
I now invite you to take your tithe or offering in your hand and repeat our affirmation with me. Together, divine love, one with me, blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I am, all that I give, and all that I receive. I am joy-filled and grateful. Thank you.
They say this mountain can't be moved. They say these chains will never break. But they don't know God like we do. There is power in the name. We've heard that there is no way through. We've heard the tide will never change. They haven't seen what God can do. There is power in the name. So much power in the name. Move the unmovable, break the unbreakable. God, we believe. God, we believe for it. From the impossible, we'll see a miracle. God, we believe. God, we believe for it. Yeah, yeah. We know that hope is never lost. Oh, for there is still a Spirit's way. God, we believe no matter what, there is power in the name. So much power in the name. Be the movable, break the unbreakable. God, we believe. God, we believe for it. From the impossible, we'll see a miracle. God, we believe. God, we believe for it. God, we believe. God, we believe. God, we believe. God, we believe for it. Yes, yes.
Sharon, your divinity is showing. Thank you. Thank you. Wow. Wow. Yes? Not only showing, but we get to hear it too. We get to hear the voice of Spirit through her. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Wow. Just take that in for a minute. Yeah. Feel it in the ethers? Yeah, it's like the song still landing. That's a miracle right there, right? That's the magic that we live in and that we co-create together. Wow, wow, wow. And here we have prosperity, abundance. And what we do when we bless it is we multiply it. We say that, and it might just sound like, oh, that's a cool idea. But no, it's not just an idea. It's like we really believe that what we bless multiplies. What we give our energy to, what we give thanks for, what we say yes to comes in droves. And so that's what we're doing here, just to remind you. There's a magical thing we're doing right here. Let's do this magic together, shall we? And we all have the power to bless. That's the important in unity. Okay, let's say it together. We give thanks for the ever-increasing, constant flow of absolute good in our lives now. Thank you.
Let's bring in the kids. We are a circle of love. We are a circle of light. Come join the circle of love. Come join the circle of light. The light in you and the light in me are one. The light in you. The light in you and the light in me are one. Oh yeah.
Wow, thank you. Happy Sunday, everyone. Good morning. Sunday. Let's see. Harrison's going to share, and then you want to pass it to River? Yeah.
It's going to be a blast when we sell the pumpkins.
Oh, it is indeed. Thank you.
To add some context to that, today we painted pumpkins, and we're going to be selling them next week, as well as our bake sales happening next week.
All right. Nice. Thank you all.
That's right. So come see us on the patio next weekend, okay? We'll see you next Sunday right out there. And you can see all the amazing, scary, and cute, and fabulous pumpkins that we painted today. So. Thank you.
All right. Well, let's bless this incredible energy on the stage, shall we? Children, youth, and teachers, we love you, we bless you, we appreciate you, and we behold the divine light within you.
All right, please rise in body or in spirit. We're going to close out with all good, all good. Check with your neighbors. If you like to hold hands, make sure your neighbor wants to hold hands with you. All right. All good, holy, holy. All good, holy, holy. All in my mind, in my heart, and my soul. Now I know all is good, holy, holy. All love, holy, holy. All love, holy, holy. All one, holy, holy. All in my mind, in my heart and my soul. Now I know all is one, holy, holy. All in my mind, all in my mind, in my heart and my soul. Now I know all is one, holy, holy.
You are the light and the love and the radical amazement on earth right now. So let your light shine, have fun, and spread joy.
God, we believe for it. From the impossible, we'll see a miracle. God, we believe. God, we believe for it. Move the unmovable, break the unbreakable. God, we believe. God, we believe for it. From the impossible, we'll see a miracle. God, we believe. God, we believe for it. God, we're in amazement. God, we're incredible. God is we. God is me. God is us. God is they. God is God. God, we're incredible. Move the unmovable. Break the unbreakable. God, we believe. God, we believe for it. From the unmovable, we'll see a miracle. God, we believe. God, we believe in it. For the unmovable, break the unbreakable. God, we believe. God, we believe for it. From the impossible, we'll see a miracle. God, we believe. God, we believe. We believe for it. Believe for it. We 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 believe for it. Move one, move the immovable, break the unbreakable. God, we believe. God, we believe for it. From the impossible, we'll see a miracle. God, we believe. God, we believe for